By the 1830s, the fur trappers had opened up a new frontier, the Rockies, the home of the solitary mountain men, French voyageurs, and Indian traders. The fur trappers who hunted the highly prized beaver gave us similes like an eager beaver and to work like a beaver. Trading in valuable buckskins, earlier trappers had measured their wealth in bucks, a word that was later applied to the mighty dollar. But in the 1840s, there were easier bucks than fur trading. The secret was out.
When we formed our band, we were all well manned to journey afar to the promised land. The golden ore is rich in store on the banks of the Sacramento shore.
Ho, boys, ho, to California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento.
It all started at Sutter's Mill in 1849, and gold was discovered there. It was supposed to be a big secret, and it just got out and became a big bonanza, and people just came across country any way they could, every way imaginable. They came here with practically nothing. They had no equipment. They didn't have any money when they got here, and there were some very qualified people that did get here, and they did do very well. Of course, a lot of people didn't.
Henry Nielsen is a gold prospector in the 49er tradition.
A lot of the phrases we use today come from the 1849ers. One of the best examples I can think of is a man that has a store at a good location with a good product, a lot of traffic going by, people want what he has, and he's just making all kinds of money. That's a gold mine.
One 49er wrote, "Neither the Crusades nor Alexander's expedition to India can equal this emigration to California." Today, the only record of those days are the famous phrases, the faded photographs, and place names like Prompt Pay, Croesus Extension, Breadwinner, Gold Coin, Big Wampush, and We Got 'em.
The gold is there most anywhere. We dig it out rich with an iron bar. But where it's thick with spade or pick, we take out chunks as big as a brick.
Then ho, boys, ho, to California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento.
In 1849, the New York Herald wrote that all classes of our citizens are under the influence of this extraordinary mania. Some Americans are still bitten by gold fever.
I was working for an aircraft company at the time, and I decided maybe I'd rather do that, so I went out and tried it and found out I liked digging better than I did like turning nuts and bolts. I had this urge, I just had to just continue digging and panning. Even though I knew I was exhausted and tired and it was wet and I was hungry, but I just kept digging because I thought, boy, it's there. I'm going to get in the fast lane right now.
Dave Elliott leads the life of an old-timer, digging in Alaska in the summer, drifting south to winter in California.
I do tend to get a little people-starved. You get out there, it's in the bush, it's a bit remote, and you don't see a lot of people, and there's just you and the bears and what animals are around, but it's a bit lonely life, but it's a good life.
Gold and silver miners used to talk of an El Dorado and of hitting pay dirt.
Pay dirt is usually the layer of gravel and gold where it's mixed together, and usually it's where the gold settles, and when we pan that out, we call that pay streak, pay dirt.
Then as now, the prospectors panned for gold, and we still talk of things that pan out.
Panning out is where you have a master plan, and there's a lot of sequence to the plan, and a lot of things have to happen, and if everything happens in the correct orders at the right times, it pans out and you're making money. And you can tell a friend, you know that venture I did? It panned out for me.
Talk like this prompted Mark Twain to write, "The language of the Far West was slang."
Strike it rich, that's usually a phrase used when one gets into a good pay streak, where it pays very well. That's called strike it rich. Sometimes he shouts Eureka if it's a large nugget. he might say, "Oh boy, I've got it," and the K&I offender says, "Hello." What do you think of that one?
Oh, look at that.